9 games in the NBA today on a Monday. We have a lot to go through, some crazy finishes, and you know what we do. We're going to go through each and every one, but we start tonight in Denver. Kings and Nuggets tonight from Denver. Russell Westbrook returning to Denver. Sacramento fell behind right away 10-1 in this one, but there's Russ for 3. Westbrook doing his thing in this first quarter, but the Nuggets up 8 and Aaron Gordon adding to it. Now Nuggets up by 9. I really don't think it matters how old Russell Westbrook is. He's always going to have the ability to do that. Nuggets still up by 8 though on the other end. Are you serious, Nikola Jokic? Nuggets continuing to maintain the lead into the second quarter. There's some of that improved bench. Bruce Brown to the rim with a finish. Nuggets up by 8, and once again, it is Russell Westbrook. Westbrook doing his best to keep Sacramento close, but Nikola Jokic inevitable. Now the Nuggets lead up to 13 in the third. Russ misses the 3. Nuggets out and running. They still haven't trailed in this ball game. Fourth quarter now, Kings down by 8, still hovering around. It's Russ in his favorite spot, that mid-post little turnaround. Sacramento competed today, but down by 9 in the fourth. Just no answers defensively for the Joker. Russ got a tribute video in his return to Denver, but Denver gets a 6-point win. They never trailed in this game. It was quite the show from both of these two showmen. Jokic, 34, 14, and 7, just another night at the office. And Russell Westbrook, 26, 12, and 6, and some interesting post-game comments. Westbrook said the Nuggets told him not to pick up his player option. Quote, "The truth is that they didn't want me back. They don't want me. That's okay. Somebody else does. They told me not to pick it up. I don't go anywhere I'm not wanted." Speaking of going places you're not wanted, Miles Turner returning to Indiana tonight and closing the chapter on his Pacers tenure, now a Milwaukee Buck. Full recap of this game can be found on my page, but the story of the night, Giannis Antetokounmpo with the clock winding down. What a tough way to win a basketball game. Bucks win by 2 at the buzzer. Giannis 33, 13, and 5. The Pacers' woes continue. It was a great finish there. We also had a great finish tonight in Boston between the Jazz and the Celtics. No Walker Kessler for Utah, by the way. Celtics off to a great start at home. They're up 5-0. Jaylen Brown putting Keyonte George in the weight room. Now it's 12-2 Celtics, and it's Peyton Pritchard's turn on Keyonte George. This first quarter felt like the Celtics were going to run away with this one, especially with the way that Utah has been struggling over the past week. Second quarter, though, Utah only down by 4. Did you know Lauri Markkanen's averaging 33 a night? By the way, out of all the things that happened in today's games, this was my favorite play, a classic Kevin Love outlet pass. As hanging close, but once again, the Celtics propelling forward. Josh Minott, Celtics up 12. Third quarter now, Utah still only down by 7, and what a start to the season it's been for Keyonte George. Utah up by 1 now, and it's the same quarter, and it's the same man, Keyonte, isolating Kata right around him. I know it's early in the season, but yet another guy that we have to consider for that Most Improved Player of the Year award. Keyonte carrying the torch. All of a sudden, Utah is up by 9, headed into the fourth. It's Walter Clayton Jr. to Kevin Love. But Boston not going anywhere. Down by 5, 2:40 to go. Jaylen Brown aggressive. We got it all knotted at 99 now, and it's Brown with a minute and a half to go. Weight room again against Keyonte. Celtics up by 1, 49 seconds to go. Brown thought he was fouled, but they don't call it, and Utah goes the other way and takes the lead. 5 seconds to go, one final chance. We're all tied up. Raise your hand if you had a Jusuf Nurkic game winner on your bingo card tonight. I know I troll you guys sometimes, but you heard that correctly. Jusuf Nurkic game winner on the road. Story of the day, though, for the Jazz, Keyonte George, 31, 5, and 4. He's having a heck of a season. It may have been a surprise, but nothing as surprising as what the Lakers did tonight in Portland. Full recap of this game can be found on my page. Lakers win by 8 on the second night of a back-to-back without Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, and LeBron James. Rui with 28, Ayton 29 and 10, and Nick Smith Jr. 25 and 6. Next up tonight at the Intuit Dome, it's the Heat against the Clippers, and it's welcome back to Norman Powell. Welcome back, Norman. Remember, the Heat played yesterday against the Lakers, but they didn't have Norman Powell, and now he's back, and he's in the bucket. Heat didn't look lethargic at all. Right away out of the gate, they're up 12-2 on the road. Clippers, though, immediately respond back courtesy of their stars. Harden the 3 there, knock on wood. Kawhi this season looking happy and healthy. Second quarter now, Heat down by 1, and some of that Heat depth. Nikola Jovic up top to Khalil Ware. Now Miami up by 5, and they're out and running again. Drew Smith up ahead for Ware. The easiest two he'll get all game. Clippers, though, march right back in the first half. Up by 6. Check out the ball movement on this possession. Third quarter now, this game was a seesaw battle. Back and forth. Now Miami up by 7. Miami would go up by as many as 13 points in the third, but the Clippers storm back in the fourth, and Chris Paul ties it. Miami up by 1, 5:20 to go. The end of this game would get pretty nuts. Norman Powell right to the rim. Clippers down by 2 now, 3:56 to go. Doesn't this shot look kind of familiar to you? Kawhi with a big bucket there to tie it. They're back down by 3, and now Harden the big bucket. But on the other end, Miami had a response for every Clipper punch. Bam with the mid-range there. Clippers down by 1. Final 5 seconds. Former teammates Kawhi against Norm. Kawhi tried to replicate that shot. No good. And Miami with a huge road win. Miami moves to 3-1 now when Norm Powell's in the lineup. He had 21 points tonight. The craziest stat of the night, by the way, that was Kawhi Leonard's first loss against Miami since 2014. Next up, we go to Houston, where the Rockets have won 3 in a row. The Mavericks still without Anthony Davis. Right away in this first quarter, did you know the Rockets currently have the best offense in the NBA? Dallas, though, unfazed in this first quarter, back from Mexico City, up by 1, and Cooper Flag with the jumper. Now they're up 2, still in the first. Go to work, Rook, against another youngster in Reed Shepherd, just going to work in that mid-post. Rockets up by 1 now in the second quarter. A Rockets response. Alperen Şengün and 1. Rockets up by 2 midway through the second. Durant double team. Tari Eason open in the corner. This right here, one of the most remarkable plays you'll see. Alp up top to Amen. Third quarter, Rockets up by 6. More from Şengün in his wheelhouse. Mavericks obviously shorthanded without Lively and Davis. They need people to step up, and PJ did. Fourth quarter, midway through the fourth, the Rockets lead is 4, and Max Christie left open, and he knocks down the open wing triple. Now they're down by 3 with 4 minutes to go. Close game, good game. PJ Washington punches it and 1. Rockets up by 1, a minute 40 to go. They go to Alp as their closer. Şengün with a great play there, and now some final heroics from the Rockets. Amen Thompson the block. Tari Eason's got the slam, and the Rockets have 4 in a row. 4 wins in a row for the Rockets. Amen 27-5-4. Alp 26-11-6. Durant 21-6-5. Next up in Memphis, it's the first of 4 at home for the Grizzlies, dealing with Jalen Duren and Detroit. Grizzlies got Ja Morant back from his 1-game suspension in this one, but early on, all Pistons. Memphis down by 2 late in the first quarter. So many alarming signs from them. Duncan Robinson blow by. Second quarter now, Ja Morant's turn. Some concerning quotes by him to the media lately. Here he goes to the rim, getting the and 1. Detroit up by 6. Just look at Memphis's effort here. Getting back on defense. Just no effort at all. Pistons up by 10 into the second half. More of the same from the Grizzlies with their transition defense. Even despite all that, it's still only a 6-point game, and once again, a Memphis defensive breakdown. Duncan Robinson for 3. Now Detroit up by 16. Just look at how easy things were for Detroit in this game tonight. Gotta give credit where credit is due, because the Grizzlies did rally back in the fourth. Detroit gets the win, and Isaiah Stewart, my player of the day. He's a starter in this league. Next up, we go to the Garden, where the Knicks hosting the Wizards. They just beat the Bulls, by the way, and Karl Anthony Towns right at Alex Sarr. Alex Sarr, though, later in the first going right back at Cat. Washington actually came out in this first quarter looking aggressive, up by 8 after that Kispert 3. Second quarter in this one, Knicks rallying back down by 3, and here they go in transition. Mikal Bridges has been great this season. Knicks down by 2 now. Check this one out from Big Body Bodega. What an incredible difference a quarter can make. OG the slam, they're up 9. They're still down by 1 though. Final second of this first half, it's a Karl Anthony Towns 4-point play. Now they're up 5 into the third. Knicks starting to find their mojo. Brunson to Cat on the slip, the roll, and the lay. Wizards fought hard for about a half or so, but it would get really ugly the rest of this game. Knicks get the home win, 119-102. Big Bodega, fantastic, 33-13-5. Last but not least, it's a winless Nets against the Anthony Edwards-less Minnesota Timberwolves. End of this first half, Minnesota up by 4. Nets didn't have MPJ tonight. Check out Julius Randle. Third quarter now, and Randle continuing to do everything for this team. They won yesterday in Charlotte, by the way. Here he is with a dime. Nets down 11 in the fourth. Still not over, though. Jaden McDaniels to Dante DiVincenzo for 3. Next possession, it's McDaniels back to Dante's Inferno. Timberwolves win again on the road. Every win that they get without Anthony Edwards is important. Nets remain winless tonight for Minnesota. Randall a triple-double. DiVincenzo 25, 9, and 5.